All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Which equates to what she went through. She wasn't able to have children after that relationship because he cheated and she went into a rage. And then on top of that, the investment, she lost
that was her
own
fault.
Family
that rage
home.
was her fault.
Come on. You can't quantify the emotions and all of that stuff. So 10 million is good for exactly, and all that emotional like stress that she that was crazy. That's just this example of acrimony. We might need to just put it away.
The rage was her fault.
We just might have to have a show on acrimony. Yeah.
You might have to.
Agreed. That's a good movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Disco, thank you. Anson, Kid, you took your hand down. Okay.
Yeah. I did.
Okay, Anson.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Anson.
You're on mute, Anson.
Unmute yourself, Anson.
Yeah, I've been listening to you all night, and I've been agreeing and disagreeing with a lot of what's been said tonight. But throughout my listening, I just want to make one thing very clear that no one has said. Everyone goes through the same thing. It's not all one-sided. I'm getting tired every single week y'all sit up here acting like women is the backbone to everything. Like women get beat up, beat down, everything. And like I said weeks ago, is that men go through the same thing too. We're just not as verbal as you all. We don't have powwows to simply talk about our troubles. So it's not.
But you gotta realize, Anson, that even though you're saying that females are more verbal and guys aren't, this is what's going on now. We are still verbalizing our feelings, our thoughts, and what's actually we experience. So, and once again, there's still not enough. We tell you to invite the men, still not enough men in here to actually voice what's going on your end. So I understand that both of it is happening on both ends, but because we are females, we are speaking about female experiences. So it's not necessarily we bashing anybody or we just always saying that we're stronger than y'all. It's the fact that we are talking about our experiences and we just happen to be females. So
and I understand that. But what I'm saying is the whole narrative of what we're talking about is not one-sided. It's not women are the victims here. That is not the case. There's cases on both sides for every situation. There's been men throughout history that have been taken advantage of. And there's women.
And remember, listen, Dr. Fabulous is talking to both men and women. Because
okay, that's you, but I'm talking about other people that have spoken tonight. Women are the backbone this, black women is back. Everybody go through it. It's
so
just
Anton, I also feel like there's a defense.
As much.
There's a defense.
That's all I'm saying.
That is the biggest challenge with Black men and Black women is that we're constantly trying to explain our experiences and either how hard we've had it or our challenges. But like you said, there's many similarities between some of our experiences. But if we even take this even further back into history, saying that the Black woman has been the backbone and of the things that we've gone through in ancestry, it still holds true today, even though it has changed for the younger generation. Now women want to be men, they want to move like men. But for the women who are older and they do see value in their Black men who have to go through a whole bunch and just in this world, yes, we are the backbones for the good ones that are still here, that are still investing in our Black men, that are still holding up our Black men. We're still here. And it's not a narrative. It's real. It's life. You know, that's continuing to happen. And the fact that
just
some
like
Black
that's your
men
reality,
do not see when Black women as strong and for them, that's what really grinds my gears, because I'm sitting here over 40 just wondering, where are these men? I can be consistent, but you can't be. You know, I could sit there and try to invest my time and find out, you know, how you're doing and where you're going in life and how I can support you in any way, and still put my stuff on the back burner. We've been doing this for too long. So it's not that we're victims. We're tired too, but we still want love and we still want partnership.
Can I say something, Miss Lady? Can I say something to that?
Are you talking to Heather?
Yeah, Miss Heather right there, the lady.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Heather. Through my trials and tribulations, I understand where Anson's coming from, and I think Miss Chocolate Pearl, y'all gonna help me with this one. It's like women, y'all meet men, y'all meet M-A-L-E. You meet a male, but you're really seeking a M-A-N. So by the time y'all actually get to the nitty gritty, you find out you had a male, someone who really let you down. But a quality man, keyword, a quality man is going to be like what Dr. Fabulous had. He's going to be respectable. He's going to cater. He's going to take care of what he needs, his responsibilities. You know, they're going to get together. They're going to, in my house, I divide bill. She had in her house, the man paid the bill. So like you say, to each his own. So whatever floats your boat, Miss Heather, I think it's a lot of men out there that would like a queen like you, but you just have to meet them where they at and not a male. You have to meet a man. It's men out here, but they're not going to take foolishness like Anson. They want you to come correct, say what you mean what you say, and that's what he's going to do. And that's what I got.
Well, you know what? That's a good thing. That would lead into my question that I have.
Okay, we got Patrick hand up, and after Patrick, we're going to go ahead on Chocolate Pearl. Go ahead, Patrick.
I just got this one thing. What is the order God commanded? What is the order? God.
Well, we know that God created man and woman was created from man's rib. So we got that in check. So I understand, even myself, I know I am definitely, as they quote me and put me in the box as being an alpha female. However, a real woman, a real alpha female knows how to allow the right man to lead and guide her if he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as being the head of the household. I'm not going to let a person lead me into destruction. It says, yield not to temptation. My husband was definitely a person that knew what it takes to lead a woman like me. So I always allowed him to be the man, because I don't want a weak man. I want a man
but
that
you have to realize, Dr. Fabulous, your husband wasn't in his 40s when he married you. So we're talking about the people who are in their 40s, and it's a different standards from back then. So you have to realize that when you and your husband got together, y'all were much younger than 40.
Yes,
but so you can't really count him.
He was still on point.
Right, but you can't really count him. You got to count what's going on now with the men today.
But wouldn't we think that a 40-year-old would be at a better point?
They're not.
A 40-year-old man should be at a better point than a 28 or a 29-year-old man?
Should be.
Yes, but remember, should be M-A-L-E, a male. You got to distinguish between a male and a man. I think you understand
like what Lee said, you got to be a man and not just a male.
There you go.
Now, my question is, why do people over 40 feel that the barrel they are looking in seems to be empty, and why? And that's for females as well as males. Why do y'all think, you know how you say you scraping the bottom of the barrel? Why do you feel that barrel seems to be empty, that you're scraping at the bottom? Go ahead, Dr. Fabulous.
I'm going to say that when people say that the barrel is empty, because they go in there with that foresight. But if you're going in with the mindset that it's full, then it's going to be full. It's all in what you're looking for. And that's what I try to tell people all the time. When people are dating, and as I say, we choose to be single, some of us, because we're not dealing with foolery, rubbish, and things of that nature. But the barrel is not necessarily empty. It's just that you got to go in there and know what you're exactly looking for and it can be all the way to the top. But then you have them that plays these games, which causes it to go back to the bottom of the barrel. So that's my intake on that, because I'm not looking for the bottom of the barrel. I'm looking for it to be so full, man, all the way to the top.
Okay, Anson.
I think that question evolves to everyone that's in the dating pool, no matter what their age is. I think that it boils down to your selections and things that you have available to you. When I was in the hospital, all the nurses kept asking me, "Where's your wife? Where's your wife? Where's your wife?" And I was just like, "Damn, do I have to be married? Like, what's going on?" So it just got to the point where I just told the nurses and the therapist, my selection is trash. That's what it boils down to. My selections are trash.
So why did you feel that your selection was trash?
Well, because the older we get, the less options you have available to you. Because as time goes on, people get married, people have children, they have families, and your selections dwindle down with time. And to answer the question, people that are over 40 that are dating, their selections are starting to get limited. Whether people are dying or people are getting hitched, the selection pool is getting smaller, and those things that you might have wanted in those quote unquote standards that you have, they might not be available. So that's why I was throwing up the touchdown sign earlier when he said that you have to adjust your standards for your dating pool. Not you have to get rid of them, not that you don't have to have standards, but as an adult, you have to learn that you can't always get what you want. That's a childish mentality.
That's
only
true.
children think that they can get what they want all the time.
Okay.
Throw a hissy fit and throw a temper tantrum and get mad because they ain't get what they want. But as adults, you have to realize that you can't always get what you want. Either you're going to deal with it or you're not. Don't sit up and complain about it. You're either going to deal with it or you're not.
Anson,
you do have a
very good point. You have a very
Dr. Fabulous. I mean, Dr. Feelgood, you have your hand up, so you want to.
Yes. I was going to say Anson says he hit a lot of the points I wanted to hit, but I'm gonna add my 2 cents. It's not that the dating pool or the barrel has gotten smaller or more empty, but what you're looking at with the evolution of what you want in a person, the barrel is a little smaller. Going back to what Anson said, saying that, I had everybody, male, female, fluid, you had a list of what you wanted in a partner. It changed when you were 18, would change when you were 30. It changed and over 40, you're looking at different things. We want everybody to be fit. Your body's broken, you ain't gonna be as fit as you might want to be. So 6-packs and guys over 40 ain't really happening. You might get a 12-pack or you might get a keg, but 6-packs ain't gonna happen. So, most women gonna have, especially if they had children, they're gonna have a fupa. If you ain't gonna find too many 40-year-old women that are surgically unaltered. That's gonna have a 6-pack.
Can work on it though.
Oh no, working on it is, like I said, working on it is good, and that's what I'm saying. But those are that's the shifting of your parameters. You go from he or she got to be, you got to bounce a quarter off their abs to, hey, if he got a little pooch and I got a little pooch,
pooch it out
together,
and we work it, and we working out together. Your goals at 40 shouldn't be your goals at 20, because that means you wasted 20 years.
Correct.
Saying that,
people over 40, if I'm Dr. Feelgood handing out mixtapes at 40, I'm gonna tell you as a man, I would not want to date. I might want to have sex, but I'm not gonna want to date because I can't do nothing for you. I'm chasing this dream. You know, most men and women in their 40s, they've had a job or they have experiences. Our experiences change us so that we're looking at the barrel. And a lot of times we don't place out, a lot of us are staying home more as we get older. We ain't out there. If you want the outcome you want, you got to be where they at. You got to be where the professional women are. You got to be where the professional men are, if that's what you want. But if you know,
a good funeral or wedding.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna break in your house and date you.
You trying to tell me I need to get out more?
Yes. All right, Shaniqua has something, or is it gonna be Ricky?
Yeah, you know it's me. What up, family? What's good?
Hey,
now,
Rick.
check this out. Hold on. I'm 45 years old. I got a 6-pack, so that 6-pack, you can still get it.
You got that 6-pack in the refrigerator?
You're a crackhead, Ricky.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm well fit. I'm good. I'm well fit. All right. So look, check this out, right? It's like it's easier now than before. Right now, you got all these dating sites, all that. You could date so many females just sitting on the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Period. It's so many sites. Back then,
that's why you find a bunch of SHITs from them dating sites.
Listen, you could find listen.
You got them on the toilet?
No. Now listen, mine's is different. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, we had to actually go and just meet. You know, we saw outside.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Yeah,
there you go. With you on that. Right now, you got everything set up. Right? If you want to find a teacher and this and that, you got a profile, you got all of that. It was harder then. It's a lot easier now. Age is just a number. And there's so many places you could just go have a good time and you can meet who you want to meet. You know what I'm saying? Period.
It's not just a number.
Right.
That's it. So they can't look at it like, oh, you know what? Oh, if I'm over 40 and I didn't do this, do that, I'm washed up. It's a lot of over 40 people that's in college. How about that? People don't understand that. Like,
so you're saying that barrel is not empty?
Yeah, the barrel is never empty. You know what I'm saying? Period. Exactly. It's choose of how you want your life or how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you pick bad choices, right? It's going to be times you're going to get a good choice. Keep on working hard on it. Do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, go
keep swiping left, Ricky.
Go out. What up, D? What's good? D, go out. You know what I'm saying? You go to clubs, you go out to events and stuff like that. You see, you know what I'm saying? You see people partying. Age is just a number. Like, you ain't old, you know, over 40 washed up. That shit don't exist.
No. I agree.
Okay, Dr. Fabulous, you still had your hand up from before?
Yes, I did. And Ricky kind of touched bases on it. You got to go where the happenings are. If you're looking for a 6-figure individual, you got to go to some events.
I agree with you on that.
And put yourself in there. You looking for a doctor, start going to the emergency room. You know, you got to do what you look. I'm just saying, you got to get out there and meet people and be a people person. Now be shaking your head, Mitchell. I'm gonna go to this black affair, this all black affair on the 11th, and hopefully Malika has some entrepreneurs out there for me. Listen, I'm not telling you that it's going to be a lot of professional doctors and lawyers but you'll meet people. I'm just saying you'll meet people. But if you're looking for, I'm serious now. Y'all taking Dr. Fabulous as a joke.
So you're saying that, Dr. Fabulous, you're saying that if you want a hood rat, a gangster, then you'll go into the hood.
I go in the hood.
If you're looking for some thug but if you want a quality man, not a male, but a quality man, then you're going to go in places where those quality men will be. I agree with you on that. But even then, like Anson said earlier, even in those situations, there are a lot of quality mates, I'm going to say, male and female, quality mates It's
Okay.
potential mates that you think is potential, but it's still not necessarily potential, because there's a lot of people who have their stuff together, but they still are not that man that you need, because they can still be a male and still have a lot of their stuff together.
Exactly.
But when it comes down
because
to
you have a lot
they
of
don't have it together.
perpetrators out here. You have a lot of people that can put, listen, I'd have met them all, from the point where they may take $100 bill and wrap it over about 75 ones. and you know, I'm just saying, they fake it until they make it. What I'm saying is the quality of people that you put yourself in. And I used to always think this was crazy. It says, if you are a smart person, you don't want to be the smartest person in your bunch. You want everybody to be on that same caliber so that you can conversate. And then you say, oh, that person's smarter than me. I want to learn a little bit more. So that's the way I look at things. I always tell people, I can mix with people at the White House or on the corner store, but I can fit in any category. And that's why I say, if you want a little hood rat, you want some thug loving, you go that direction. I'm from the 305, Miami, Florida. Miami's finest. I can go on one end and know that I can find me a little hood rat thug, and he might be the biggest drug dealer in the world, but he gonna treat you real nice. And then I can go over here and find me the person that I'm looking for, that I'm gonna take to a formal affair. I'm just saying, it depends on you, what you're looking for, and the way you gauge yourself.
Now you're talking, Dr. Fabulous. Now I like the way you're talking, Dr.
That's right. I can fit in
like
wherever.
All right, Malik, you have your hand up.
I'm taking my hand down.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I agree with what Dr. Fabulous was saying. And I complimented the brother that was agreeing too. It's really what you, like you say, that's how life is. Life is what you make it. Okay, it's like you're your own co-pilot. You can soar or you can crash. Okay, and something she said I learned years ago. It was always told to me, you don't want to be the smartest person in the circle. If you got 10 people, you don't want to be the smartest.
That all the time.
Because like you say, especially if you don't, not only the smartest, but you got money. Because by the time the end of the day, you broke, because everybody pitching off of you. I mean, from a quarter down to a dime. Let me borrow a quarter. Let me all this foolishness. So the main thing, what I'm seeing in life is, it's about the choices that you make, and you have to see who is a good fit for you. Just like she said, you got males and females everywhere, but you just got to sort. I told her this when I first met her. It's like a garden. You got to pull the weeds to get to the rose. So you're gonna have some bad people. I mean, just like a fish, just like a pond. It's a dirty water out here. So, but you still got some sharks and everything out there, piranhas. But it's still hope for the future if you're patient and know what you're looking for. Like you, Chocolate Pearl, know what you want. That's gonna help alleviate the trash. Know what you're looking for, so you'll know what can bring into your spirit as you going down your journey.
Right. Anson, and then Heather.
I was gonna say when Dr. Fabulous was talking about, you go where you want to meet people. Go to certain places when you want to meet somebody. You want to meet a certain type of person. You got to understand that, we men realize this at a young age. You might see somebody you want, but you can't always get them. You know what I mean? You might see somebody like, oh man, she's sexy. Oh, she bad. Oh, I want to holler at her. And then once you go try to holler at her, you come to find out that she married or she got a man. You got to realize that you can't always have what you want. Just because you see somebody that you like, that you're aspiring to get, you can't always get them. That goes back towards your question of scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Still go for it though, bro.
Right, you can still go for it
if they're not married.
But ain't no guarantee.
Still go for it, bro.
Ain't no guarantee.
Go ahead and send your soul where it don't supposed to go.
and that's why I said earlier, adults have to realize that they can't always get what they want. In this dating pool, you can't always get what you want. So you're going to have to make adjustments to your
I'll be waiting on your answer. Don't worry about it. You good.
All right, Heather.
Sure.
Google me. Google me.
Google me.
Chocolate. I'm sorry, Chocolate Pearl. I didn't realize I'm sitting in here looking at the board. We got other people on the other page. Somebody named Jack Horton. I'm seeing all these other people on the other side. I didn't know we had this many people in the group.
Yes,
My apologies for not
Yeah.
looking over that far when I was seeing hands. But welcome all of the people that I did not see. I'm sorry.
All right, Heather, go ahead, sweetie.
Sure. I appreciate the male perspective and just the sharing, because a lot of times it seems like men have challenges communicating their wants and their needs. And I feel like another gentleman earlier was talking about social media, and there's so many ways to meet people. And I feel like in a way, it takes away the process of really getting to know people, because it becomes saturated. You can choose, you can, get to meet a whole bunch of people at one time, that you're not giving the attention to a couple, that really kind of like check off the boxes for you or make some type of impact. And I think that oversaturation with some of our men out here is like, they diddy run in the city. You know what I mean? They want to be able to see what the options are, and they spread themselves thin. And then they don't really get to know the women that may be those possibles, you know what I mean? But then you renege on the bad bitches and all these other women that are superficial, and they go for those guys for those material things. And then it's like, oh, wow, like this is what these women are out here for. It's like, I hear it from male friends. I've seen it. I've had the experiences. Sometimes it's really daunting trying to meet men, because they say one thing, but their actions show something else. It's trying to get to know people is like the biggest challenge out of dating in your 40s, and finding out what they want, and are they really trying to really go for that and somehow build you into that, and vice versa.
Right. Patrick,
Excellent.
chime in right real quick.
So, only thing I have to say, I think we have to get back to the olden days. We have to get back to the days where you have to court each other. You have to meet the families. You have to, learn the history of the person you're trying to date. I mean, I'm gonna speak, and the men probably gonna get upset with me and stuff like that. We meet women, very attractive, the body is nice, and blah blah blah, and we want to instantly go to the sex part. But after you're done with the sex part again, what do you have? You have nothing. You have not built any type of relationship. You don't know nothing about a person. You don't know what their career is, what their career path is. You don't know if they have mental illness. You don't even know if they have health issues. So I think we have to get back to the old core ways of dating a person, going to their house, meeting their parents, Sunday dinner. The old ways like our older generation did. That's just my opinion.
All right, thank you.
Can cook.
All right, so Anson, you're going to be the last one, and then I have to turn it over to Dr. Seductive.
Okay, I agree with Patrick. It's you got to get back to the old ways of getting to know someone. But to piggyback off what Heather was saying about the online dating, I mean, yeah, it kind of is saturated, but you still have to be open to get to know someone. You got to be willing to be open to open up to someone in the process. Yeah, you have all these different avenues to get to know someone, but if you instantly cutting somebody off because they don't meet up to your standards off rip, you don't even know if they meet to your standards. It's plenty of times on plenty of profiles, I put a little information about me as possible. But if you don't know nothing about me, you're going to look at that as that's all I am. So if you're going to go on these online dating little things, you got to be open to what comes towards you. And that might be a little more difficult for women, because I've heard women tell me that they get hollered at wearing my clothes going to the gas station. Some women.
Then I need to do that, because I go in a nice little, summer dress on, and a body con, and they don't even want to pump my gas, and I'm paying for it. So hey, tell me what I'm not doing right.
So I definitely heard that there might be more challenging for women to want to open up and get to know someone, because I've had exes tell me that they've gotten hollered at wearing my clothes going to the gas station. So
Chocolate Pearl, go out there in your workout clothes, girl, at work.
I done that too. I went in short shorts and all that little stuff, and the people just don't say nothing. I must be doing something wrong. Is my facial expression or something? I don't know. Tell me something, because my barrel is very low.
But I'm jumping in here. Patrick, he said, take it back to the old school, the old landmark. And I hear what Patrick is saying. And so many times it's a hit and miss, because I'm always told men are visual creatures. Okay. That's men are visual creatures. Well, women are also. It's not like we're walking around here blind like Stevie Wonder, but I'm going back to Heather. You have a girl, and I'm speaking from facts. My cousin, a real nice looking young man, handsome. He had this thing, and it really ticked me, because he wanted this woman because she was like a size 8, couldn't cook. She was just an average chick. The heavyset girl could cook, was smart, was educated, but he was so into the look. So that's the reason why I say people say certain things, but most men, you want a showpiece. You want an arm piece. You're not looking at the character of the individual, of the woman. And then that woman that you passed up, she was there to be your backbone, to be that person for you, but you was looking for this person to wear this size 8, to walk in, turn heads, but she was dumb in a little word, couldn't cook, didn't have no qualities for a wife, as a wife, because sometimes you can't make some women into wives or even good girlfriends. But
you can't make no man into a king either. So hey.
Exactly. And he chose that girl, but now the woman that he passed up, she's married, got a husband, got her doctorate, bad sister. She like, what's that girl? I can't even think of her name, but she's into
Precious.
What is her name?
Precious.
I can't think of her name. It's gonna come to me. But anyway, she a big chick, and she always say she stands for
her name is
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
What is it?
No,
Lizzo.
the woman that played Precious.
Lizzo.
Oh, Lizzo. Okay.
I thought she was talking about Precious.
Who she is, whether she a size 5 or whether she a size 20, and that's what most men always come up with. This here visual. So keep your visual and miss out on something good. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on back over to you, Chocolate Pearl. I'm sorry.
All right, Shaniqua, and then Dr. Feelgood, and then I'm going to finally turn it over to Dr. Seductive.
All right, it's two things. It's real quick, right? For one thing, is God's plan. So, you know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna get someone, period, it might not be now. It will be later. It's just God's plan. You know, like you put us in, you know, just to go and be like attractive to whatever. Now, the second one, right, is that everybody, even females, the first thing that you see if you want to date or go and find someone, you look for attraction. So you look and see, you know, they could be evil, whatever, but you look and see. The attraction come first. There's no one coming if they're not attracted to you. You're a great person, but they're not attracted to you. They're not looking at you to be a partner like that. It just be a friend, best friend. So attraction is first out of everything.
You like what you like, man.
Simple. Exactly. You can't just be like.
And that's why I'm saying people can't say that. And I feel that it's so left-sided when the woman has to dumb down herself or her standards about this man because she's trying to hold his hand. to get him where he needs to be. Whereas a man gonna tell you straight up what they looking for and what they want. And most of the time they don't want to, how they say, settle. Okay, moving right along.
All right, Dr. Feelgood.
Okay. Everybody tonight has had some great points on that. I just put a thing in the chat box. Who's in the friend zone more, men or women? Right now, it's about even. And as far as I used to say to female friends growing up, I said, y'all talk about personality and y'all talk about these traits, but you do not see a personality walking down the street.
That's right.
So there has to be something to look at. Now, maybe they may not be the best looking, but they are beautiful on the inside, but that comes down the road. But initially, and this goes for both genders. It's not a we go for what attracts us, and what attracts us, it may be different things, but there are similar things. We look at the we look at the symmetry of somebody's face. We look at stuff like teeth. Do you got all your daggone teeth?
Yeah, because you could have, I noticed there'd be some guys who don't smile in their little profile pictures. And then as soon as you talk to them face to face, they got a couple of pearlies gone.
But what I'm saying,
we know you paid a lot for yours. Hush, close your mouth.
So I got mine. I ain't paid for nothing.
The biggest thing I want to say was, just like some women on here were saying that men don't know what they want. Men have an idea of what they want, more or less. And Mr. Malik brought it up. They want peace. We do want something nice to look at. Right. And we do want somebody, we want to grow and build with. Now, everything else can come from that. However, what we're seeing is that women are saying, well, I want a guy who's sensitive, who understands me, who will do those things and say nice things and validate me. And you know what those guys are? Friend zoned. They become your
right.
your female friends with penises. So both genders do their different things. But the thing is that you have to get to know people on a personal level. You have to get to know people as a person, because I think it was Patrick that said you might miss somebody who might have been for you. And because a lot of times we done turned down in our 20s, we done turned down the person who would have made us a great spouse for someone who wound up being a louse. So we, of course, the tingles always wins in the 20s. But if you're in your 40s and you're still chasing those tingles, you ain't gonna do nothing but get disappointed. Because ain't amount of lube, ain't amount of pills or enhancements.
Just some wet panties.
Yeah, that too. Or you can drop some in the laundry and they wet. You can put some in the washing machine, they wet. But the idea is that men and women have to look at the commonalities and not the list, because you can get somebody with everything on that list and they a piece of crap.
That's true. That's what I said earlier. I said you can have everything together, but when it comes down to relationship, they don't have it together. So now saying that, thank you, Dr. Feelgood. I really appreciate your comments. But we're gonna hand it over to Dr. Seductive, because we are so much rolling out of time.
All right, guys, I'm going to make it short and sweet, just like me. I only have one question, and that is, when you're dating after 40, it seems like the relationship starts off really hot and sexy, right? But soon it fizzles. Why is that? And I really want to get a male's perspective on this. Like, I've talked to a couple of my girlfriends, and same thing. Like, we're starting to date this guy, you know, we have the tingles, right? And everything else is falling into place, and everything else is still in place, but the tingles just freaking go away. Like, we don't get that same sexy interaction anymore. So why is that? And I'm gonna start with Disco. Tell me why you think that might be.
That don't happen to me. I don't know what you.
Well, tell me why you think it might happen.
I mean, you're not interested.
So you were
Basically.
interested at first, and then it's just like,
Maybe like maybe a time, like maybe your times don't match up.
Mm-hmm.
That don't happen with me. Matter of fact, it does, because like lately. Let me shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, no, please go. Please go on. Please go on. Please go on. Go ahead.
It happens, but it doesn't happen.
Okay.
It happened.
Well, tell me why it happens. I want to know why.
It's just the time thing. It's the time thing. Like the times didn't match up. You working a certain time, they working a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a time thing.
24 hours.
But you know, you make time for what you want to make time for, Disco.
If you work in 16-hour days, you cannot make time. No, sorry.
Listen,
sorry.
Yes, you do. If you really like that person, you'll give them 30 minutes.
Hello.
Thank you.
I'm not a 30-minute man.
Oh.
I'm not a 30-minute man.
Okay, well, you'll give them an hour then, or 2 hours. I mean, just saying.
We all don't have.
I guess in the beginning, it's worth missing 2 hours of sleep, but then after a while, it's like my sleep become more important.
Yeah, when you crash the car,
figure it out.
Listen, I done crashed the car because I'm tired. Yeah, my sleep is more important. Goddamn it, yes it is. Yes,
you don't always have to be physical. You can just spoon and hold each other. You can make time for that.
If I spoon you, I'm gonna fork you.
Ooh, fork me. Okay. Chocolate pearl.
If I spoon you, I'm gonna fork you.
Okay, chocolate pearl.
Wow. I forgot what I was gonna say. So
yeah. We got knives and forks going around here. Mr. Malik.
Hey, what's up, Dr. Seduction? The bottom line, to give you some real pointers from a old school G, is like this here. Ain't no future in front of me. So if I'm acting like I feel you, then all of a sudden, like you said, the soda goes flat, like a 7-Up, it just goes flat. We don't have nothing in common. We thought what we did, well, you did, but I already knew, because a man, we already know if we really want to be with you. We know if you giving us that spice to our life, okay? And not saying you don't have nothing. You got some things going on. That's why I'm there with you. But I really know you ain't the one. You just one of the ones. In other words, you ain't the only one. And when brothers always tell, I know y'all women always say, I want to be the one. I want to be your number one. You might be my number one, but you ain't my only one. I got more women. I told you I had up to 4 or 5 women at one time. I done that. So it's really important to that's what I'm trying to let you know. And see, as you get older, like go back to the first question, as you get older in your 40s, then you learn, brothers, we all learn that ain't no sense in losing, a dime messing with a penny. You know what I mean? So we learn the value of quality women, just like Chocolate Pearl. I hear what she's saying by going to the gas pump and all that. Trust me, you come to the land of Savannah, we are Hulks. Brothers around here go at women. I'm telling you.
I got relatives in Savannah, and I done pumped gas and coming back home. And I ain't see no damn body. So
they don't do all that, because I go to Savannah.
Well,
they
like
don't
I say,
do all that.
I think like most brothers understand that it's about timing. I don't know what time of day you pumping gas, but if you moving around and shaking in Savannah, if you're going down on the river, you going to if you circulating in certain areas and you looking good, like I be seeing you looking good, you're gonna get hollered at. I'm telling you now.
Well, he's trying to tell you don't go down MLK.
Chocolate Pearl, don't believe him. Don't believe the hype.
Okay.
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 Heather.
Heather, you've given us a lot of good stuff tonight. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you for this question, Dr. Seductive. I want to say to Mr. Malik, thank you for just confirming, because I think as women, we know when they go cold or lukewarm, something's going on. They're hanging out with other people. I think the biggest challenge is over 40 is communicating things, because we're not dumb as women.
Transparent.
We're gonna say to them, like, listen, I noticed that, I haven't heard from you in a bit. Like, if you're hanging out with other people, let me know, because I won't put most of my attention into your basket, thinking like, okay, this is actually moving and it's going somewhere. I thought it was something. Relieve me. Help relieve me of that, because we're emotional beings, right? And so we take that to heart. We start to look at ourselves. We start to question, what didn't I do? What didn't I say? And like, what's going on here? And I think men have a challenge in just communicating, like, hey, I'm dealing with other people, because they don't want to lose you out of this barrage of women that they may be dealing with, or it may be life problems that they don't know how to communicate. But that's the biggest key to this, is just communicating, because nobody wants to waste time anymore. We're in our 40s.
Right.
I ain't got no more time to waste. Like, I don't have no more feelings. I don't have any more emotions. I don't want to get to what we end up doing is getting to a bitter phase. We're miserable. We're looking at men like, like they're dead to me.
Exactly.
Just be honest. Just be honest and let us move on. Whatever healing that has to take place from the short time or the long period of time that you've engaged a person, just keep it real. And I see that happening in 20s and 30s when they're in the club and, running ditty in the city. But now we're getting older, and maybe some of the women can't handle it, but we're better off if you let us know, so we can be able to reconcile those feelings and be able to take steps to move forward.
Thank you.
I agree with that. Let me make the decision on whether I want to continue to put or invest time in this, or if I want to have a couple of more baskets to put things in. Malik, if I want to have 4 or 5, guys.
We'd had that talk before.
I want that 4 for 4. I want that 4 for 4.
No, I said we've had that talk before.
Yeah, we have. But just let me know. Like, be honest with me. You'd be surprised. I think women my age would rather you tell me, hey, look, you're not the only woman I'm dating, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, look, you ain't the only dude I'm dating either. But when we together, we together. Yeah, when we together, we together. Because I got a couple married boyfriends, right, Dr. Fabulous?
Okay. So, don't put it out there now.
It's out there now. It's recorded somewhere, I'm promising you. So I would just rather you just tell me and then allow me to make that decision if I want to continue to be involved with you. Chocolate Pearl, then Michelle, and then Gangsta Tracy.
I just wanted to say, when it comes down to it fizzling out, sometimes when you get into a relationship, it's all bells and whistles and fireworks and stuff like that.
The tingles.
And it's mostly a facade. But then when you get deep into the relationship, you really start to see that person for who they really are. And that's when it could tend to be a negative thing or a positive thing. A lot of times, if it fizzles out, is you start to notice some things that you really don't like about that person. And so that's why it causes it to fizzle out. But if you see that and you can work on it, then it won't fizzle out, because you can compromise. Right. But if you feel that you can't compromise after the sparks and the fireworks done died down and they done popped and went across the way, then hey, this is why it's sizzling out, because now you start to see the real person that you're dealing with. That has happened to me, where it was all bells and whistles and everything was good and sexy and romantic, and then it just died down slowly, because it's either I did stuff or I said stuff, because I have a tendency of being very forward
Forward. Oh, I was about to say forward.
Her MC name used to be Boss E.
And I when you start to say stupid stuff, I tend to talk to you. I realize I talk to people like they're children, because I feel that if you're going to talk to me as an adult, we can talk adult. But when you start doing some stupid stuff, I have a tendency of talking to you like a child, like you're one of my teenagers. And men don't like that. So,
hell no.
At least I know that about myself, and I can learn to change it or adjust it a little bit. But so, stuff like that. So I just use myself as an example of what I do wrong, so you don't get on me. But do y'all see what I'm trying to say? It's just there are times when
no,
keep going, girl. You ain't wrong. Keep going.
When you're in a relationship, that all the bells and whistles are there, and then once those bells and whistles slow down, you start to see the true person, and then you may not like it, so that's why it sizzles out.
Yeah. Okay.
Wake up, Melly.
Michelle, you had to go there, Danny. You stop waking people up.
I'm good at it.
I'm waking people up.
Thank you for having me. I've been enjoying the conversation and everything, but this particular one struck a nerve for me a little bit. And I'm from New York, so maybe it's a whole different thing from New York to where everyone else is at. But I feel like I meet people and I go through the talking stage, and you get to know them and everything, and then things start changing. And I'm big on communication. And this is not even into the relationship yet. This is like we're talking, getting to know each other, and all of a sudden it starts off hot, then it fizzles out, and then I don't hear from people, and then it's like a communication thing. A few people came up with that. Just communicate to me. And I'm big on transparency. I respect a brutally honest person than for someone to play games. And I realize with men, by their actions, if they really want someone, they will make the effort. They will make the attempt. I realize
that's what I'm talking about.
I realize are they really interested in you? Their actions speak louder than words. Like, I go by actions. Words don't mean BS. Words are BS to me. If the person's not showing it, even a text, you can work 16 hours. You can do whatever you want. Send a text.
Hey.
That's what I said, 30 minutes. Just go 30 minutes.
I work too. I train for marathons. I'm doing a lot of stuff too. But if I'm into the person, I will make that effort.
Right, exactly.
Regardless.
And that's why I said earlier, Michelle, about
what is that?
If you're gonna do something, do it. If you say you're gonna do it, do it. Don't just let it go because you done got tired or stuff like that. Be an honest person. Be true to yourself as well as that other person. I get you, girl.
Exactly. If you're going through stuff, just say something.
Just say that.
Just consistency. I am so big on consistency. That's the main thing. Communication, consistency. Be consistent.
Yes.
That's why I called you. That's why I called you up here, Michelle. I knew you was gonna bring that fire. I knew you was gonna bring that fire.
Down. Yes. Consistency is very important. Very important.
Yes. Like, what's going on? And I wish we can, what Patrick said, take it back to the old school where a guy courts a female. And I know females these days is the opposite. We go, we're interested in the guy, we approach them, but it's just, it's hard in these streets. I don't know what's going on.
Chivalry's been killed by feminism. Chivalry's been killed by feminism.
Men, and they not pursuing us. Like, that don't make no sense. How did the game change? I don't get it.
Because women's live.
Women are the new men.
Yeah, you think about it.
Not
you
me.
Hold the door before
I believe in chivalry.
And she look at you like you crazy. You say hi. They don't. Women, especially our women, they don't smile.
That's like not true. We smile at what we want to smile at.
Chocolate pearl, remember? I'm chocolate pearl.
I say no. Everybody
skin with the pearly white smile.
Like they walk in on 125th talking about. Sup?
You know what? But people do. I will say that, brother.
Tell them,
women do have a tendency of having a bitch face. You know what they call
upstate
resting bitch face.
RBF.
Yeah. So I can now. There are times now when I'm in New York, I automatically put on my resting bitch face because I don't know who you are, you know. But when I'm here in sunny Jacksonville, I smile all the time. You know,
And
so
still
I
don't
don't
get no play
understand.
at the gas pump.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Who asked that question? Who said that?
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a
Yes,
question?
yes, Danny, go ahead.
Chocolate Pearl, you my family. So like you said, the gas station, wearing your stuff, people don't holler at you. Now you know I work construction, right?
Yeah.
Men, we line up at lunchtime, sit down, watching women walk back and forth. Now if we catcalling them, we fucking perverts. Excuse my language.
Yeah,
we perverts.
yeah.
Now, so imagine if you walk by 20 guys sitting down on their lunch break and nobody says nothing to you. How would you feel?
Fine.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I would feel insulted in a sense because I'm like, I look this good and y'all can't say nothing to me.
Can't say
I get
hey.
what you're saying. Because I used to work construction too. I used to be a safety person. So I used to like love when it was time for me to go out there and do my little checks. And I used to have my little tight jeans on with my hard hat and my big old, steel toe shoes and switch my little tail on out there. And I love when they cat call. But now I don't get that. So I just want to know, what's the
niggas going to jail now. They going to jail for saying hello. That's why. We can't do that no more, man. Everything's changed.
Is that what it is?
True.
Okay.
That's
true.
All right,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Either that or you getting smacked.
Okay.
Tracy.
Hey, no, I just wanted to make a comment on the energies or the excitement fizzling. I don't know where I saw this quote at, but I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt and walk around with it. If you treat a woman like an option, she's gonna show you how many options she got. So I just wanted to say that. That's number one. And I'm a little bit different. So I hear a lot of people saying, and I believe in communication too. We just want to know why the energy is dropping off. What happened? I guess I'm different because I'm big on energy. If you stop giving me energy, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not looking for.
Tracy, we are sisters, girl.
Okay, I'm not
sisters.
chasing the wise. I'm not doing any of that.
None of that.
Because I value my time. Any negativity, anything unproductive, from anyone that I give access to me, and that's a prize in my opinion. If I give you access to me and that's how you're going to use it, you'll never get it again. So I'm cutting all that out of my life. So that's my take on it.
Oh, I like that. I do
girl.
like to match energy like that. That's my biggest thing. Like I think since 2021, I'm giving you the same thing I'm giving you the same energy you're giving me.
You know
that's just been my thing.
I think me and Tracy's are twins. We just don't know it yet because we there. But check this out, Tracy, and I was getting ready to say the same thing. I never ask questions because if you stop calling, that means I'm talking to somebody else as well. Exactly. And I'm going to do the ghost. Y'all ever heard of ghosting?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
definitely.
the ghoster. So that's why I'm saying.
I'm a ghost in my blocker.
I'm not going to ask no questions. Are you seeing somebody else? Are you doing something? No,
I'm not either.
Because silence is golden. I feel like silence is golden. You don't have anything else to say? Neither do I.
No, silence isn't golden. I'm golden.
Tell them, cuz.
Ain't silent then.
You know, another point, the online dating, I've been doing that, right? I've been trying to do it. I've been doing it because I don't want to meet somebody that I know, but it's come to find out everybody that I meet, I know somebody. I don't care what state is retarded. I don't know nobody.
What you trying to say? You a hot commodity.
I know a lot of people.
Yes, my cousin is because he's my cousin.
That's what makes him a hot commodity. Chocolate Pearl can be your cousin. Okay,
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people.
All right, Miss Millie.
Okay, I think a lot of time when it be hot and heavy from the beginning, it's like you say, they're very interested. And then sometimes either way, men answering or women gets intimidated once they get into it because they can't handle all the pressure that one or the other is putting down, and then they get intimidated. Then it goes to be where you're an option, not a priority. And anything that makes you an option and not a priority, either way, you need to let it go, cut it off, pull the plug, disconnect, put on their phone, DNR.
Right.
Right. Exactly. Let it go. Like Dr. Fabulous said, if they don't want me, I don't want them either.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to get our last comment from Patrick. Patrick, we thank you so much for coming on tonight. You have really added value to the show tonight. So we're going to close it out with your last comment, and then Dr. Feel good? Baby, you can take over.
Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. I really enjoyed this. The talking that we went through. Everybody shared some good. But I do want to answer the last question. You know, I just want us to look past the surface, look a little deeper. A lot of us been in relationships, at least 3 or 4 relationships in our lifetime. And we have picked up a lot of red flags. And that's the reason why once we see those red flags, that's the reason why things begin to sizzle out, because we don't want to go through those bad experiences anymore. And that's the reason why we back off. That's the reason why we cut people off. That's the reason why we don't pursue or go any deeper. So, and then it turns into a mental thing, because you begin to think that every time you meet somebody's going to have a red flag, or they're going to try something to affect your mental state. So I just think that we do have to give people a chance. Give them a chance. And then when you give a chance, if it's not that person not for you, politely. Now, I don't believe in ghosting. Politely say, hey, can we move?
You don't have to.
Can we move away? Can we move along? Because we're grown, and just go about your business. I go about my business and enjoy life. Thank you, guys.
That's what ghosting is, Patrick. You never have to see that person ever again. You never have to say anything else to them. It's like smooches and you out. You just keep it moving.
I think that, to be over 40, I think that is totally immature. I think Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Patrick. I'm so sorry.
Your opinion, and I respect your opinion.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm sorry that ghosting, but when I say ghosting, I mean like I'm not that woman that's gonna hunt you down and say, Patrick, what's wrong? What happened? I'm just gonna move on slowly.
I'm not saying when
I agree with Dr. Fabulous twice tonight. This is good.
Disco. I know you coming to Hinesville. I know you coming.
Yeah, I think I gotta come to this ball now. I gotta come now.
Patrick, I have one quick question to ask you. Who invited you tonight?
Tracy, I think.
Yay, Tracy! Thank you so much. Thank
You
you
didn't
so
say I
much,
think.
Tracy.
All right.
Really enjoyed your comments tonight. Dr.
I enjoyed him so much.
Wrap us up and make us feel good tonight, okay?
Dr. Feel Good.
I will work it, because I do make y'all all feel good with the voice and the choice. I want to thank each and every one of y'all coming on and adding a lot. This has been a hot show. We don't say that often, but this has been a hot show. I think everybody will agree. Want to thank all the newcomers. Do not be a stranger. I want to thank the people who have always our day ones. Continue to come, and thank you for all the support. Also, I'm just ask you to support Mr. Malik's show, Score Bigger Dating. That's tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern. You can hit him up on Facebook. He's on Facebook Live. He's on StreamYard, and he's on YouTube, right?
Yep.
So you can hit him up on all those mediums. It's a little less structured than this, but it's a lot more open. So if you want a good time, Dr. Fab is a co-host. If you want a good time on a Friday night and you got a couple hours, go on and check out Razzle Dazzle and let him do his thing. We got our masquerade ball coming up in October.
October 29th.
Remember, bring a mask. We ain't providing a mask. So, no mask.
Now, we're not talking about a surgical mask. We're talking about the Venetian mask, the real cutesy ones. And I don't think a lot of people know the background of a masquerade ball. You walk around with your mask on and you say sweet nothings in people's ears. You have married people, you have single people. So don't walk up on somebody's husband and get told. But you kind of sort of know if a person is single. If not, ask before you say what you want to say, because you get a chance to say all these little things to people and they don't know who you are. And then until we unmask, until we do the unmasking ceremony, then you can walk back over to that person and say, yes, I was checking you, boo. So, you know, that's
I'm
the
just gonna say
excitement of
it.
coming to a
I'm about to say
masquerade
that takes all
ball.
the fun out of it.
Well, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
gonna-
orgy at my place afterwards. If you want to go, gonna have,
That's not how you do that.
My motto is come one, come all.
Okay.
On that note,
Don't come all at once.
Yeah, that
Oh,
too.
God.
And the customer always comes first.
Jesus
Dr. Fab, anything before we close out?
I just would like to thank each and every one of you. You know what? We had a new person, Jack Horton. I'm into voices. I'm into faces, people. If you just put your name up there, put a picture up there, because Dr. Fabulous like to see who she's talking to. I communicate with my hands, but I love to hear voices. Jack, can you just say hello? I want to hear your voice.
Might be deep.
Hello.
Okay, well, hello, Jack. That was the sounding of a young cougar. That was a young pub right there. That was a young voice. I know a young voice, but anyway.
Answer that wasn't cougar meat.
That wasn't cougar meat. That was.
I can't
Dewan.
Okay, so and Dewan, can I get you to say something to us before we get out of here? Dewan left us, I guess. The friends. Well, I'm gonna say to each and every one of you, thank you so much.
Speaking.
Hello. Thank you. I was invited.
All right.
Perspective. Hello, everyone. I enjoyed the conversation. I'm going to just get in next time. Thank you.
Okay, in where you fit in. And
hi, this is
Dewan. Come off to say something.
This is Dewan. I just wanted to say hello. I enjoyed the conversation. It was quite interesting.
All right. I'm so glad.
I would like to thank my friend Paula. She's calling in from Alabama. And she actually was so excited to get on it. She got on it way earlier than she should have. And so that's the momentum we like.
Okay. And I would like to just thank Donna Harris from calling in from the ATL. Like I said, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't even see all the people. We had over 34 guests tonight. And I just would like to tell each and every